5, 4, 3,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1.
You delayed in real life. There's no
We haven't done the count in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You're listening to the Simon and Alex Show podcast.
Alex?
Yep.
Could you please describe yourselves to the listeners?
Came to accept the fact that I'm 5'10", so I'm 5'10", muscular hunk of burning love.
You
Single,
are
ready
aware
to
this,
mingle. Jeans, Jack Jones long sleeve tee.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like a dirty-ish blonde.
Okay.
Kind of, I wouldn't say. Well, I need glasses. I don't really wear them.
Right, you're sort of dodging around the focus right now.
Solid 3-inch.
No.
Bit of a beard. Can't really grow a mustache, but
Alex, what are you wearing on your face?
a smile, as ever. Always the optimist.
Yeah.
And makeup. I found makeup in the bathroom.
Yeah, I'm impressed how quickly you put that on.
I think it's quite good, isn't it? I went for it was eyeliner.
Right.
So I did the flicks on the side of the eye, very much highlighted the eyes.
I can see that.
I did battle light on my cheeks.
It looks more like cat whiskers, if I'm being perfectly honest.
It looks like one cat whisker on each side.
Yeah.
And then did my lips. So.
Mm-hmm. All with eyeliner.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
The lips are the eyes of the mouth.
Yeah, you look like you're experimenting with becoming a goth.
Okay.
You're not quite fully set on the idea, but you're
I
getting
don't think
there.
it looks bad for my first time.
For your first time, it's impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you want to describe yourself now? Or?
You know what? People don't need to hear that.
Okay. Cool, yeah.
Anyway, it's going to be a nice and relaxed recording session.
Yeah, we're not going to shout. We're not going to argue with each other.
No, we're entering a state of zen.
Very civil.
Editor, could you please put in some whale noises and rain pattering against the window?
You may have noticed that we're in a different room today.
Yeah.
We've moved from my bedroom to the living room, so we can both sit on sofas and be relaxed.
Very comfortable.
We have 2 microphones, so the quality should be a bit better.
Yeah.
Because, 24 episodes in, we kind of want to start getting decent quality audio now.
Well, we started with it, and then we
it worked
sort of
well
lost
with Discord, and then when we moved back, it didn't really go perfectly. But we should be back with you now.
Yeah.
Should be sounding quite nice.
Should be the best of both worlds.
Yeah, like Hannah Montana.
Exactly.
Or Hover Spread. 50-50. Hover Spread.
Right, okay.
I don't know what else is the best of both.
I got nothing else.
Okay.
Right.
Cool. Well, I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to, Simon.
What are you looking forward to, Alex?
Do you know what happens in 3 days' time?
3 days' time. This is being recorded on the 20th.
Oh, yeah. So on the 23rd. Sorry, I know. It'll be release day.
Mm.
Yeah.
What happens on the 23rd? Oh, no, I know what happens on the 23rd.
Borat 2.
Borat 2.
Borat 2.
Okay.
I'm just hyped.
I'm aware of this. I've never seen Borat.
Never. We watched it the other... Did we not?
I wasn't in the room.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, we should watch Borat and then Borat 2. It's completely unrelated to the podcast.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah.
That's not our Halloween film.
Could you imagine?
But, yeah. Borat 2. Waited a long time. Sacha Baron Cohen. Very good. Who is America? If you haven't seen Who is America, watch Who is America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did enjoy that. And we watched bits and pieces of it.
You haven't seen it all, have you?
No. I just watched the occasional episode.
I don't think Jake's seen it either, so we'll get the house to... Me and Ben have watched it 7 times.
Yeah.
But yeah, are you looking forward to anything? In life, in general?
In life in general?
Yeah.
Ooh. No.
No?
It's just a downward spiral, really.
Oh, okay.
But aside from that, I'm looking forward to The Mandalorian Season 2. Comes out at the end of the month.
That's the Star Wars one, isn't it?
Yes, the Star Wars one. With the Baby Yoda.
Is it the Thing?
The Thing?
Yeah. The Baby Yoda.
It's not called The Thing.
What's it called? Like the boy. The child.
The child is what they're calling it. But it's Baby Yoda. I think it's the best thing that Star Wars has done since Disney bought them, honestly. I'm not a fan of the new movies, really.
You're talking to someone who is
is not a fan of Star Wars whatsoever.
Not a fan of any of them.
I do have something that needs to be said.
Okay.
In relation to last episode.
Okay.
Yeah. So, after much arguing in the previous episode as to whether Spirited Away counts as a Halloween movie, I decided to run a poll on my Instagram story. And the final result, after it being up for a day, was exactly 50-50. However, this does include me voting for yes twice.
Once with the show's account, once with your own, and
exactly
my friend who didn't see your story because he doesn't follow you, he said that he absolutely agrees that it's not a Halloween film.
Okay.
So it's more people agree that it's not a Halloween film.
Equally, I had a friend message me saying that they agree that it is a Halloween movie.
Okay, so with your voting twice,
yeah,
then it's in favour of...
It's in favour of no by one vote.
There we go.
So I would like to
formally resign from the Simon and Alex show.
How would that even work?
Well, I don't know. We'd get Ben to change his name to Simon. I'm not sure.
It's not worth it. There's better names to change your name to than Simon.
Yeah. Enrique.
The Enrique and Alex show.
I wasn't thinking about the show. I was just thinking of cool names.
No, that'd be good. Anyway, I would like to formally apologise. I will concede that it may not have all the qualities that make it a Halloween movie.
What if I don't accept your apology?
Then we get
what if we find a compromise? What if, because you screwed up, not in picking a film that was bad, you picked a good film, but you screwed up in picking a film that didn't match the festive genre.
Festive? It's not really a festival.
So what about... Okay, so I picked the 26th and 28th. And then the 31st. It's like smack bang in the middle, isn't it? My point is, I get to pick an extra film to make up for the fact that you picked a bad film.
Right. I was more going to suggest that we have to double up on the Halloween movies for the Halloween special.
No, I'm happy with picking an extra film 1 week.
No, but it feels like if we want to have a quota of Halloween movies for the month.
This is starting to dangerously turn into an argument, Simon, which we've promised we won't do this week.
How about we put this to a public vote as well? Do we vote for an extra film pick for Alex in between his next two picks? Or do we get an extra Halloween movie for the Halloween special?
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Right.
And no trying to get your friends to vote against me.
Oh, no. See, the problem with that is I told my friends about this poll and I was like, right, hey, could you help me out here? And then they voted against me. So I never doing that one again.
Yeah.
All trust has been gone from the world.
I'm surprised you trusted them again after they tried to help us change your name to Simon.
Yeah.
That was a while. That was a few episodes back.
I just don't see the point in that.
Yeah. It was funny, wasn't it?
It was funny.
There we go.
This is a relaxing episode. We've reached the Zen state.
We are at one with the podcast.
Mm-hmm. We've become the podcast. We breathe podcast particles every day.
Yeah, okay. We'll do like ASMR. Hello. You're listening to us. We are the podcast. Flowing through your ears.
That's disgusting.
Into your brain.
Oh, stop. No, I'm calling this off.
Oh, okay.
We're still relaxed, but we're not that level of relaxed.
One day.
Yeah.
We'll go there.
So, we watched a movie yesterday, unrelated to the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we watched
me and Ben went to the cinema to watch a film as well.
Yeah, you also watched...
The Climb?
The Climb, yeah. Okay. I've not heard of this film. Was it good?
It was decent, yeah. It's not the typical film that you would associate with me watching. It's not like... action.
Yeah, that's an apt description.
Yeah. It's like Friends.
Friends?
Not like Friends, the TV show.
Right.
Like
yeah.
Friends, like the two guys are friends, and
Okay.
it was a decent film.
All right. Was it about anything in particular?
It was about like a really toxic friendship.
Oh.
One guy gets engaged, and then his best friend sleeps with his fiance,
Right.
and then they like move on from there. That's not spoilers because that literally happens within the first minute of the film.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it was a decent film. Decent film. I would recommend watching it. And I don't know whether that's just because the quality of films that Simon's maybe been watching recently has dumbed down my taste in film to a point where I'm now recommending films that I think are good but are actually bad. But I would recommend it.
Okay. Dumb down.
Yeah.
I've been showing you some really good films.
Like,
Spirited Away is a good film.
okay.
Yeah. The Thing is an excellent film.
The Thing was decent. The Thing was marginally decent. We are not going to argue this week.
Okay, no arguing. I respect your difference in opinion.
Now, can I take like a 2-second break to have a drink and have a non-COVID cough? There is something lodged in my throat.
Okay. You can
This
do
is
that.
not a COVID cough.
Right.
I'm afraid taking a drink's going to smudge my
Your makeup.
smudge my makeup, yeah.
Well, these are the troubles
Is it
many
waterproof?
people have to face.
Is it still on?
Yeah, mostly.
Oh, nice.
Well, it's
There
not
we
meant to
go.
go on his lips.
Is it not?
No. He said it's eyeliner.
Oh no, it stayed on my lips.
Yeah, you're fine.
I look like a clown. I've just seen myself. I look ridiculous.
No, I can respect it.
Oh, God.
I think the problem is your choice in... I wouldn't say choice. Your hair colour doesn't really suit the style of makeup you've been
Oh,
into.
so my choice of hair colour.
Yeah, your choice
It's now
of
a
hair
choice, Simon. You can't choose your... Oh, I mean, I guess you can.
colour. You can choose your hair colour, and you did, Mr. Frosted Tips.
That was for... You didn't even know me when I had
No, I
frosted
didn't know
tips.
you, but I've seen the pictures.
They were bad. I didn't use special shampoo, so they just went ginger after like
Oh, dear.
a month. So I just had it. And they weren't even frosted tips. They were just patches of my hair were fully dyed. So I got a haircut and I still had parts of my hair that were like gingery blonde.
Right.
It took 3 haircuts to get them out.
Oh, dear.
That was a fun 3 month.
I had a little bit of a scare the other day. Virus-related scare.
Oh,
Where I woke
you
up.
didn't tell. Oh no, you did.
Yeah, I did tell you. I woke up in the morning, had some breakfast, but it tasted funny and off, and that's one of the symptoms of the virus, right? So I was thinking to myself, okay, I have to like keep trying other things to make sure this isn't just like, oh, I've got some bad cereal or something. Turns out I just woke up incredibly dehydrated, so my mouth was so dry that everything tasted just off. And I was fine after I actually drank a bunch to fix it.
Yeah, you told me that story, and then the next day I woke up and I couldn't taste anything.
Right.
And I was so worried. But then the logic didn't hit me that I haven't eaten anything.
Right.
So I obviously can't taste anything. I was like, there's nothing there. But yeah.
Could you imagine if your mouth just had a taste to it, like constantly? Like I'm sure there is like technically a taste in your mouth.
There is. But you get used to it, don't you? Like if like minty.
What if it changed every day? You wake up one day, it's like, oh, this is an orange flavor sort of day.
And then the next day it's like,
I was more gonna go with like onion or something.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that's like a baseline taste for you, does that affect what other things taste like?
No, because like 99% of taste smell, isn't it?
Yes.
Like if you don't,
Well, it depends on what you're eating. But yeah.
it's smell and texture.
Mhm. You know those maps of the tongue, like different parts of the tongue for tasting different things.
No.
You know, how, like you always see these pictures where like the tip of your tongue's for like tasting sweet things, and like sour tastes are further back.
No.
Okay.
But
Well, the point is they're rubbish. There's no like factual basis to them at all.
Yeah, but if you put food on one side of your mouth, it tastes different to if you have it on the other.
I don't believe so.
That's a fact.
Is it fact? This is a testable thing. It's really handy having the kitchen in our recording studio, I've decided. Does Alex's homemade fudge.
Yeah, it does.
Does it?
Different. Well, you can't eat this. What can you eat?
What can I eat? There's some raspberries in the fridge on my shelf, if you can wash them. Thank you very much. Alright, let's find out if it's true.
This is real science.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't get much more scientific than this. Alex, I think you're talking rubbish. It seems the same.
Nah, it tasted different for me. Unless I'm having a stroke and I can't taste with one side of my mouth properly.
Well, that could be it. It could be. I don't know. Is there some kind of infection on your tongue?
It's probably just mild COVID.
Mild COVID. Yeah, that makes me feel a little more secure.
No, it was a joke.
I know. Yeah, no, we've been mostly careful. None of us have caught it yet.
What does mostly careful mean? We have been careful.
Yeah,
Full stop.
I mean, we haven't been overly cautious to like the point where we're just isolating.
No.
We still go to the shops and buy food. You went to the cinema
shops.
Exactly. Because I'm basically not leaving the house.
Yeah.
Just a mix of paranoia and laziness, I would say.
It's like 90-10. Leaning on the side of paranoia being 90.
Yeah. Well, I still go out for walks and stuff. Just away from anyone else.
Yeah.
We watched Us.
Yeah, we watched that yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about us watching a film, then we got distracted.
Yeah.
And then we just never came back to it.
I'm bringing us back on track.
We watched Us yesterday.
What did you think of it? Because you've seen it before. I've not.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was fun to watch.
I agree it's fun to watch. I would say I liked the film. I felt that I couldn't take it seriously, even the parts that seemed to be intended to have been taken seriously.
Okay, why couldn't you take it seriously?
It's like the framing of everything, the way everything was acted, it just sort of played out like a comedy.
Because it was
Yeah.
intentionally meant to be funny.
I know. It was very funny. But my point is, even the parts that seemed like they were meant to be scary in a sense, just didn't feel like that at all. And we're not going to discuss.
Also, I majorly spoiled it for everyone because I just completely forgot the ending. Completely forgot.
See, said it out loud.
So I told everyone what I
you
thought it was me being clever and interpreting something, but apparently
it's pretty blatant at the end. Yeah,
explained in the film.
Yeah,
and it's like a major turning point that I just said, "Hey guys." Yeah. I think one of the underlying tones are, and then just blurted out the end.
Yeah. No, I tried to ignore that from my review of the film.
Yeah. But yeah, go on. Why didn't you enjoy it? What was
I did
stupid
enjoy
about
it.
The film?
I feel that the way the music was used, I liked the music, but the timing on it just made it funny.
Okay.
Even the scary music.
Okay. So you reckon you could do a better job?
No, I'm not saying at all. You can't have a go at every reviewer ever by saying like, "Oh, you didn't like this film? Well, I'd like to see you do a better job."
No, because I'm just saying when it comes to films like Space Chimps 2,
yeah,
I could probably do a better job.
Could you?
Probably.
With the budget of Space Chimps 2.
Yeah, it was millions of dollars, but
yeah.
Probably still do a better job. If I had the same budget.
Yeah.
So if you had the same budget, could you do a better job?
Probably not. I'm not a filmmaker.
So then why criticize the people who are doing a good job to make films that you enjoy and keep you entertained? Just because you didn't like
I said I liked the film.
When the music came on.
The film. I just have some things that I feel weren't done as well as they could have been.
Okay.
Or maybe I'm missing the artistic reasoning behind these decisions.
Oh, sorry, Socrates.
It's not Socrates.
Well, obviously Socrates say that.
No.
But
no,
I'm just saying, it kind of feels like
only reviewed TV shows.
We've swapped places, and that you're struggling to say these things that you didn't enjoy about the film.
Yes.
Even though you know that you have them, and you know that it made the film bad for you. But when I put points forward as to why I didn't enjoy a certain film, I just get met with, "You're wrong."
Right.
So
I feel there wasn't really any strong underlying theme of the film, unless I completely missed it. It just seemed like it sort of lacked substance. Like, what was the point in these.
Well, if I hadn't ruined the ending for you, then maybe you would feel differently.
I disagree. I think even taking that into account, what was the message of the film? Most films have a sort of message.
Do they?
Yeah, sure.
What's the message in Robots?
In Robots?
Yeah.
You can shine no matter what you're made of.
God damn it. Beat me at my own game.
Yeah.
What's the message in Alvin and the Chipmunks 2, The Squeakquel?
I'll be honest, it's a long time since I've seen that film.
Okay.
I can't exactly remember that one.
Okay. So...
I feel it's don't succumb to corporate greed.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a general sort of theme of the Chipmunks film. It's a really interesting commentary on capitalism and how it can corrupt everybody.
And the general message of Alien. No.
Alien, right?
No, we were watching Alien this week.
Yeah, we
Don't tell me
can't.
the general theme of it. What's the general message for The Thing?
Thing.
Yeah.
Don't trust anyone.
It's a really bad message.
I know. Well, what's the message of this episode, Alex?
Let me tell you a story.
Okay.
There was a boy.
Right.
A young boy.
Okay.
His name was Simon Lake.
I don't like this kind of
He
story.
grew up in a small Yorkshire town.
Yeah.
And he stuck in at school, despite being bullied throughout the many years he was there.
I really wasn't.
For various things, his height,
I used to be tall.
his lack of friends,
I had quite a few friends.
and his smaller than average.
They
But
wouldn't know about
despite all the bullying,
I'm not denying it, but they wouldn't know about
despite
that.
all the bullying, Simon still managed to stick in at school, and he made it to university,
Yeah.
where he met this just general, all-around amazing guy. His name was, we'll call him Jack Alexanderson.
Right.
He
Okay.
met Jack Alexanderson, well, the day that they moved into the same house.
Mm.
And
Is this about Tyler?
what was that?
It's me holding it a laugh.
Okay, so Simon and Jack, they got along quite well. They decided to make a radio show, decided to make a podcast.
Yeah.
And eventually, they became so bad at trying to fill in time that they would just create meaningless stories
Okay.
just so that maybe somewhere in there they'd be able to catch some glimpse of a transition that they could use to get them to the point of the podcast where they go away to watch the film. Alas, no matter how hard Simon and his podcast friend Jack Alexanderson tried, this one particular episode they were just really struggling to find a transition.
Okay.
And Jack was trying, but Simon was giving him nothing.
No, I want to hear how the story ends.
The moral of our episode is that even if your house is on fire,
Yeah.
you should always carry a bucket of happiness and joy, but also water, because if your house is on fire, you can't put it out with happiness and joy. So always carry water.
Right. Always carry water.
Yeah.
And with that, let's watch Alien. The worst transition we've ever done.
I didn't know what to say.
3 minutes long of rubbish.
The whole time I was so aware that I'm wearing makeup.
See, I am struggling to think of anything to say other than "and we're back" because it really does.
It's become like a staple for the second half of the podcast.
Yeah.
Where it's like, hi, and we're back from watching the film now.
I mean, what else? I mean, it's true. What else do we have to say?
Nothing. So
No.
I guess we're back from watching the film now.
Yeah.
Alien.
In space, no one can hear you scream.
Is that from Alien?
Yeah, that's the tagline for Alien.
Oh.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
You know what else you can't hear in space?
Anything.
Yeah. Like this podcast.
If a tree falls down in
Mostly because
space,
it's not available in space. But
can you hear it?
Mm.
Does it still make a noise?
yes, it does.
What if it falls down in space?
Oh, if a tree falls down in space,
Yeah,
why
that's
is a
what I
tree
said.
growing in space?
Well, I said, if a
I
tree
don't know,
falls
I
down
thought
in
you-
space, does it still make a noise?
Sure.
You said you can't hear anything in space, but you can hear a tree falling.
That's the one thing in space you can hear, even
Well,
if
maybe.
no one's around to hear it.
Maybe. Have we tested it? Should we get NASA on the phone?
I think we've had enough phone-ins for a few
Okay.
episodes. Yeah,
Okay. You mean we've...
phoned it in a few times. Yeah.
No, do you mean we've had enough phone-ins for the last few episodes, or do you mean that we read the rules and we have to get permission from people if we're phoning them in now?
Well, I suppose that's true.
It's a bit of both.
Yeah.
But yeah, Alien.
Alien. I love this film. What did you think, Alex?
It was slow to start.
Oh yeah.
Don't like sci-fi, don't like future. So...
You don't like the future?
No, I don't like films that are set in the future, and I don't like sci-fi.
Why not? They're great,
No, I just don't really... It's not relatable, like, at all.
isn't it?
No.
Why not?
What's relatable about the film Alien to you?
Well, it's still humans interacting in this environment.
Apart from the robot and the alien, yeah.
Apart from the robot, but
Yeah.
robots are getting to that point.
Okay. So that's relatable to you.
Yeah, sure. It's about how people cope with difficult situations.
No, it's
That's a constant.
No, you can
irrelevant
take you
of
can
time.
take a meaning like that out of anything.
Sure, and I'm taking it out of this. How do you relate to Die Hard?
I don't, but it's fun to watch.
Okay,
And it's not
So-
like it's not crazy. This is a man fighting people.
is
That's
it not crazy?
That's not like it's not sci-fi though. It's believable.
Is it believable?
It's stretched. It's like believable to a point, and then it's stretched. But
Why
At
is it
least
not
it's
believable
believable.
that these events could happen in the future?
because it's not.
Why not? Space travel's perfectly viable in the future.
Yeah, but
It's not like they're going at light speed. That's
well, it wouldn't look like that. The
Why wouldn't it?
spaceships were wacky. They were like some Star Trek Wars thing.
Star Trek Wars. Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought the spaceships are fairly.
modern.
You know.
Are you gonna say modern?
No, I wasn't going to say modern.
Futuristic. Were you gonna say futuristic?
No.
Oh,
I'd
so they're
say
not
they're-
modern or futuristic, but it's believable that in the future they would look like that.
Yeah.
But they're not
when
futuristic.
when you refer to futuristic, there's a sort of aesthetic that goes into mind, but this is more like
No.
like an industrial style that seems more realistic.
Your version of futuristic,
Yes,
I think, in this case, is my version of sci-fi.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you mean like real world futuristic?
Yeah, I mean real world futuristic.
Well, I would say like futuristic as a design choice is like clean, like a sort of like perfect.
Yeah.
Whereas the spaceships in this are far from that, which makes it more believable. And they're certainly not modern because we don't have spaceships.
Do we have.
We
We
have
sent man on the moon.
yeah.
we have to
they're-
have had a
They're
spaceship.
boring spaceships. We don't have.
They're the
like, cool
only spaceships.
Yeah.
There's a reason that spaceships like that don't exist. We had the argument where they brought a cat up to space.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Because the amount of fuel it takes to move, like, even a kilogram of mass into space is crazy.
The point.
So they brought a
is-
cat and, I assume, enough food for the cat.
Yeah. Well, I mean, remember that everyone is being frozen for the majority of the duration of the journey.
Also, they also brought the equipment to freeze the cat up there as well.
Well, it's the same equipment.
Okay. But they had the cryogenics. They had to have extra for the cat, I
Not
assume.
necessarily. I believe the cat shares with one of the crew members. You just fit in the same thing. But the point is about the how much it costs in fuel to get something up into space. They are mining for fuel in space. They have an abundance of fuel. It's not an object at this point. It's like, do you worry about taking an extra passenger in your car?
No, but I made this point before. Like, they're not guaranteed to get the oil when they're mining for it, or the fuel when they're mining for it.
Do you say that about mining for fuel here? They know where to look for fuel.
Yeah, but they're not spending thousands of pounds to take a cat with them. If they want to take a cat with them to mine for fuel on Earth, they can just take a cat. My point is, the unnecessary stuff that they took up in that rocket ship would have cost a lot of money to get up into space. I don't think it
does cost money, because I think the point is that fuel is so cheap that it doesn't matter in this world.
Well, we need to cut down on that, because global warming isn't making it look like we'd be lucky to make it to like 2037 or something.
Yeah. 2038.
Yeah. The way that they're throwing fuel around.
Well, I mean, if we invent space travel by that point, I suppose we could pull a Wall-E and just ditch Earth.
Pull a what?
A Wall-E. The movie Wall-E. Pixar's Wall-E.
Wall-E.
Yeah, Wall-E.
Wall-E.
There's a dash after Wall. Wall-E.
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 No.
You are not having a go at me for this. That is his name. It is spelled Wall-E. Would you rather I said Wall-E?
Well, if it came down to it, I'd rather that than Wall-E.
It's certainly not Wall-E.
Wall-E.
Wall-E. Wall-E. What?
It's an advert.
An advert, right. Why are you getting adverts for a Spider-Man toy? Wall-E. Wall-E.
Wall-E.
Wall-E.
Wall-E.
Wall-E.
Wall-E.
It's Wall-E. He says Wall-E.
He's wrong.
No, he's not wrong. He's in the film. It's written on his chest. Well, his little robot chest.
Oh.
And then the bigger versions of him on the ship, like Wall-A or something.
What?
You know, when they find the bigger versions of him on the ship, they're cleaning up the rubbish on the ship. We're talking about the wrong film.
There wouldn't have been Wallies on the spaceship.
No, there weren't.
Yeah.
It was Wall something. I think it was Wall-A.
Because Wall-E stands for Waste Allocated Load Lifter Earth Class. So they wouldn't have been Earth Class if they were on the spaceship.
Yeah. What was it? Wall-A. What does it stand for?
Because the Wall's Waste Allocated Load Lifter.
Yeah. Waste Allocation Load Lifter Axiom Class.
Ah.
Yeah, okay. So yes, it's Wall-E and Wall-A.
Wall-E and Wall-E.
But that's about a different film. Let's go back to Alien.
Okay.
Where were we?
We talked about the cat.
Talked about the cat, Jonesy.
Yeah.
I feel we weren't exactly watching it in the right environment. I feel with the lights off and it being actually dark outside, it would have been a scarier film than it was. Because it was scary for me when I watched it.
You mean scarier than midday Thursday, blinds open?
Yes.
Lights flooding through the room?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You pausing the film halfway to answer some scam callers on the phone.
The guy's been calling me for the last few weeks.
Yeah.
There's a guy who he keeps ringing the home phone, and it's the same guy every time. And he's asking me about my Microsoft computer, and I don't have a Microsoft computer. But he's talking me through all these controls, and I'm just playing along with it.
Yeah.
I'm giving him little bits of information every time, because you have to like throw them off a little bit.
Yeah. So
you have to hit them with... I told him today that I was trying to download pictures of my brother's newborn baby and my computer was being slow.
Yeah.
Tell him that you're just about to get in the bath with your uncle. So he caught you at a good time.
Have you got an uncle?
Well, everyone has an uncle.
Do you have an uncle?
Yeah, but I don't want to...
Okay.
I'm not going to name him.
I would have come up with a relative that doesn't actually exist before saying that I'm going to get in a bath with them.
Yeah, but it's uncle, isn't it? It's a stereotype.
I suppose. Right.
Not my uncle.
No, of course. I think next time they call, you just have to answer and only speak in Italian, which you must be fluent in by now.
Yeah. Mamma mia. Pizza, pasta.
Is that really the best example you've got?
Mario Kart.
You did it for a whole year.
Yeah, no, I can speak better Italian.
Okay, do it. Prove it.
What do I say? Mi chiamo Alexander e io lavoro in un supermercato per 12 ore per settimana.
Okay. And do you know what that meant?
Yeah.
Okay, what does it mean?
If there's anyone who knows Italian, please don't correct me on this. Just accept this for what I'm saying that it means. But I think it's my name's Alexander, and I work in a supermarket for 12 hours a week.
Is that true?
No, because I dropped my hours. But at the time I sat my exam, it was.
Fair enough. So, did you find it scary?
Not as scary as I think I could have found it.
Yeah, I agree. Because I found it scary watching it in the dark.
I drifted off at the start, so I
Yeah.
didn't catch them landing on the alien planet.
So you didn't miss too much.
I caught them getting the eggs.
Yeah.
And there were a few times that I checked my phone because it just didn't grip me.
It's a slow burner.
When the robot guy was there, I just couldn't be bothered with it. And
You
then
couldn't be bothered with it.
I don't like sci-fi. I really don't like sci-fi.
I don't see why it's so repulsive to you.
It's just the way. What's a genre of film that you really don't like?
I'm struggling to think of one because if it's done well in a particular genre, then it's good.
Like fantasy.
I like fantasy films.
Like if they made a My Little Ponies movie.
I'm pretty sure they have, but that's not to do with the genre.
But would you be interested watching it?
No, but
Okay,
that's not
so
because I'm
that's-
disinterested in fantasy.
That's pretty much where I was.
Right.
Those scenes in sci-fi movies where they're talking about technology and all these sci-fi stuff that's just not realistic, aliens, robots, monsters, all that stuff.
Aliens
Those
and robots are
scenes
realistic. I think an
are
alien in that exact form might not be.
The equivalent to me is how you would feel watching a My Little Pony movie. Except
Right.
I wouldn't be aroused.
Okay.
So yeah. I don't doubt that it was thrilling. Same issue as last week in the horror department.
It's definitely a horror movie.
It has a sub-genre of horror.
So
But on the Now
most
TV
horror
box,
movies,
it was
most
not
movies
under
have
the
multiple
horror
genres.
section. But I'm willing to let that slide
Yeah.
because I think I know what film we're watching this week.
Yes.
I've set aside the day tomorrow, well, release day for this, to watch Borat 2.
Okay. No, completely fair.
You haven't seen Borat, have you?
No, I've not.
Yeah.
We've already talked about Borat in this episode.
Yeah, I know, but you haven't seen it.
I know. But we've already talked about how I've not seen Borat.
Well, I'm going to review Borat 2 right now because this comes out after Borat 2. Fantastic film, really funny. Sacha Baron Cohen's amazing. And
I can't wait for it to not be a good film and you go back on this next episode.
I hope to God that he brings out Borat 3. It was very topical.
I'm sure.
Very funny.
Yeah.
And yeah, just constant belly laughs all the way.
You could say it's very nice.
Very nice.
There you go.
My wife.
Okay. I'm cutting
My
off.
name Borat.
Never mind. This was a bad idea. What did you think of how the alien looked?
I think it looked alright.
Yeah?
Like, it wasn't ridiculous. Like, it wasn't some big monster thing. Like The Thing.
Like The Thing.
So it wasn't ridiculously unrealistic.
Yeah. It's designed to look like...
Parasite.
What?
It looked like some kind of, like, parasite.
Oh, yeah. It's designed to look like genitalia. Various types of genitalia from different angles.
Wait, like male or female genitalia?
Both. Because it's disturbing.
Oh, okay.
I mean, seeing that in a horror context is...
Well, was it meant to be like a big genitalia?
What do you mean?
The alien?
No, it's got design elements that are sort of like reminiscent
What?
of it. I'll find a picture for you.
Of?
The alien.
Okay. I'll find some pictures of genitalia to compare.
When the script was being initially drafted for Alien, right?
Okay.
One of the writers couldn't think of a way to get, like, an interesting way to get the alien on the ship. So he said, I have an idea, the monster screws one of them.
I think it should have taken over the cat.
Yeah, I can see why you...
Right, where's this alien?
Right. Here's a picture of the original concept that it was based on.
No, but come over to my mic.
Why would I do that?
Come over to my mic.
It's better audio quality this way.
Well, I'll come over to you.
Fine. There you go. That's what the concept of the alien is based off. So you can see that, right? Ah, okay. You did actually just get up, just porn on your phone. Lovely.
I don't see it.
Well, you don't see the whole head shape.
Right, you point on this woman.
I'm not.
I'm
I'm
not.
not indulging in this. No.
What about that is similar to that?
I'm not answering this question. It is weird how it's weird how it impregnates John Hurt, well, in his mouth.
Oh no, it puts the baby in him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Impregnates, yeah.
the whole
Chest versus scene.
alien stereotypical scene, yeah.
Oh, I love that scene. It's great.
Yeah, it was cool.
Was it disturbing for you? Did it shock you like it shocked the audiences many years ago?
No, because I knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, I guess that's the problem with scenes becoming part of pop culture.
Yeah.
When you see them coming and it has less of an effect.
Yeah.
I still love it.
No, I saw the blood on his shirt, and then Ben got excited. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. This is the alien scene.
Yeah, the alien scene.
Yeah.
I love the little like goofy run it does as soon as it comes out. It just sort of zips across like a cartoon mouse or something.
It just looks like it's on a piece of string, and some guys just pulled it.
Well, I can tell you why it looks like that, Alex.
Is that what it was?
That's probably what's happened.
No, it's quite cool.
Yeah.
I like the animatronics of it or whatever. Like how
yeah.
it like opened its mouth and stuff when it was a little baby.
I always mentioned how I love practical effects because they don't really have CG this time.
I feel like, well, I like the little alien, and when it was on the guy's face.
Oh,
and it
the
was
face
like the whole
hugger.
like arthropod.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like old fossilized.
Oh, it's gross. You know when it's like properly dented into the helmet. It's really disturbing.
It was a cool movie.
It's a
cool movie.
Yeah.
If I came knocking on the door,
right,
and me and Ben were holding Jake, and Jake had the alien on his face,
okay, right,
would you let us into the house?
No.
If there was nowhere else for us to go.
In that case, I'd let you into the house and leave and not come back.
Yeah, but what if the house was in space and you couldn't leave?
You can leave in space. There's exits. I didn't say I have to be living when I'm exiting the building.
But no, if it was like an alien scenario, me and Ben were outside with Jake, who had this parasite in him. And you were the only one on the ship. Would you let us in?
It's just me in the ship.
Yeah.
So it's just me I'm endangering.
No.
But
no. It's you, our old housemate. No, both of our old housemates from last year.
Okay.
Your sister and my mother.
I absolutely would not let you in.
Yeah, but she's screaming at you to get me in the ship. Like, she's like, that's my baby. You better let him in the ship. And then my mom comes along and she says, Kat, calm down. That's also my son out there.
Right, okay.
Please let him on the ship.
No, you're not coming in. It's not
What about-
worth it.
but
I'm not
would you let
putting
me
other
in?
people at risk.
It's Jake that's got the parasite.
Yeah, so?
Let me in.
Are you bringing Jake with you?
No, but I'm bringing Ben, and Ben might bring Jake.
Okay. If you're leaving Jake outside, then fine. You can come in.
Can we change this? Because I happily would leave Jake outside. If it was Ben with the parasite in his face.
Oh, that's a completely different question.
Yeah.
This takes a lot of thought. It doesn't. No. It doesn't matter who's got it.
I'm
I'm
not-
not risking it.
Would you let me in the ship?
If
If it was Ben with the parasite in his face.
okay. And Ben's coming with you.
No.
Oh, well then, yeah.
Okay, then I'd come in the ship. And then I'd let Ben in.
Well, you can't do that.
Well, I can.
No.
Because I'm the senior ranking officer in this situation. And you get the charge when I leave the ship, but when I'm back on the ship, it's my power again.
All right.
So
That's your call to make then.
let Ben back in.
Yeah. So it's your responsibility,
And you know what I'd do?
right?
I'd make sure it killed you first. You know
What?
why?
Why?
Because we were playing Among Us last night, and you killed me straight away. You
Oh, but it's
SOB.
funny. Oh, both times with the imposter are just straight for you. I'm not very good at that game. I've not played it too much.
That was the first time I played it. It was a decent game.
Yeah, no, it's certainly fun, especially for a free game.
But, yeah, a lot of rage.
I don't see how you get angry at people playing that game. It's all good. You don't blame them. They didn't choose to be the imposter.
No, but you chose to kill me first. We were playing it with my friends from home.
Yeah.
And we needed some extra players, so I asked Ben, and he said no, so I asked Simon. And then Simon killed me, so I left my bedroom, walked straight up to his,
Yeah.
slightly opened his door so that they couldn't see on the video chat, and just kept like running my thumb across my neck.
Yeah, I had to keep pretending
dead
that
man.
nothing was going on on my end while talking to them. I still got found out.
Yeah.
I'm not a very good imposter. I'm not good at lying in high stress situations. In low stress situations, I'm pretty good at lying.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Give me a lie.
Give you a lie.
Yeah.
You're a very good friend and I cherish you.
Okay.
Just kidding. There's your lie. The just kidding was the lie. See, that was a pretty good lie. And that was a lie because it wasn't a very good lie. How many layers of lying am I on right now?
I'm still struggling to understand whether or not you were joking about me being a good friend.
That's how good I am at lying. You don't know what I'm saying. I'm just overwhelming you with information that you can't tell what's real from fake.
So you said I'm a good friend, then you said you were joking. Then you said that was a lie. So I am a good friend.
There you go.
There we are.
Yeah. A good housemate, on the other hand. But no, with Zen Week, we are Zen. No arguments on this one.
Yeah.
So it's okay for me to kill you first in a video game.
Zen. Think happy thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Think happy thoughts.
Go to my happy place.
Simon's sister's bedroom.
A clean kitchen.
No, she's just waiting for me.
I don't think she is, Alex.
No, but in my happy place, she
At least my happy place is real. Not right now, but it's potentially real.
I'll tell you, it's a lot further away than you think it is.
Yeah. I'm going to say something that no one out there is going to understand the way I understand. I had a funeral for my computer today. It was a very sad moment. It finally kicked the bucket after maybe 10 years.
Okay.
Longer than many friendships that I've had over the years. And I don't know, it was just an emotional moment for me.
Wait.
Thank you, I'll get back to my emotional.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. Played some gentle guitar music as I put it to sleep mode. And I mean, I've recovered. I've reinstalled Windows. It's all good. But like, I don't know. It's weird having an attachment to just an object.
So wait, the computer works fine?
It does now, but like...
So there's nothing wrong with it?
No.
So you came downstairs before saying that it was dead and there was literally...
That was before I fixed it.
You just need to turn it off and turn it back on again.
That's not what I did.
That's literally what
I had to do a complete wipe. I had to get everything
turn it
back.
off?
I managed to recover all my...
Completely turn everything off?
I don't mean turn off. I mean
so
wipe the drive.
In terms of what the transistors were doing...
Yeah.
In that computer...
Yeah.
They were all turned off.
Well, what is the computer really?
The transistors.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it not the soul that is living in the machine?
No.
The thing that has all the memories?
I think you got the wrong computer. I think your computer's a child. It's got a soul.
Yeah.
But no, it's just transistors. And to wipe the memory, it kind of seems like you turned them all off and then back on again.
That is one way of looking at it?
Yeah.
Equally, everything that happens in the brain is just neurons firing, like electrical impulses in your brain.
Yeah.
So, does that make it any less?
Wait, if you earth the brain, do you die?
If you earth the brain?
Yeah. It's like when lightning hits a car.
So, if you're
it's just
saying...
so that it can, like, find
if
earth.
If electricity is removed from the brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you die?
I believe so, yeah.
What part of the body produces the electricity? Or is there only a finite amount of it?
It's done through chemicals. It's like chemical energy converted to electricity. Again, it's been a long time since I've done biology. I don't know how accurate I'm being with this.
Could you remove the chemicals and then replicate the chemical signals with actual electricity? So could you power the brain on a battery instead of chemicals?
I suppose so.
Cool. Can you do it?
Can I do it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure I'm qualified.
Okay.
Well, that's a question.
No, I was just wondering if it was possible.
Yeah. I don't think.
Should I trademark that? It's a good idea.
Is it a good idea? Why would anyone choose to have that swapped out?
Because then you never die.
You still die. Your brain can still decay.
Well, you'll be brain alive, not brain dead.
Sure. But then is that living? Are you just the brain? Or
That's
is
what
the
you
whole
are
body?
now. You're just a brain now.
Yeah.
You just happen to be in control of the body.
Sure.
But if you could put that brain into something else.
Yeah. Is that still you?
Like a car.
Right.
Then you could be a car.
So what if all the data in the brain was copied to another replica of this brain, right?
Yeah.
Is that still you?
No.
Why not? It's completely identical in every way.
Yeah. But it's a copy.
How do you know it's a copy? How do you know which one's a copy?
Well, the copy's the copy.
Okay, but what sets it apart from the original?
It doesn't have a soul.
So why doesn't it have a soul?
Because
if it's completely
it's a
identical
clone,
in every way.
But it's a clone.
So?
Well, you have a soul because God gives you a soul, and making a clone of one of God's creatures means that you don't get a soul.
Okay, so are you saying, for instance, Dolly the sheep?
Yeah, she has no soul.
Had.
Well, had, yeah.
Yeah. Clones don't tend to live very long.
Yeah. But if you're a clone, no soul, it's like ginger people.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know where that stereotype comes from. People with ginger hair not having a soul.
Science.
Science?
Yeah. They also reserve the right to take other people's souls.
Right.
I saw it happen once.
You saw it happen?
Once, yeah.
Okay. How'd that go?
Well, it was only me there, me watching it, so no one believes me. But it was like the dementias on Harry Potter.
What did you say? The dementors, not the dementias.
Yeah, the no. What are they called?
Dementors.
Dementors.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the dementors.
Yeah. I don't know if that's how to put this. True in any sense?
No, I've seen it.
Okay. Well, you sort of have like gingerish hair, Alex. It does sort of grow like that from time to time.
Well, my hair.
Yeah, your hair.
It does. Sometimes it's ginger and sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
Like, it depends. It really depends on the day. It's not even like 1 year I'm ginger, 1 year I'm not.
Yeah.
It's like literally day on day. My beard's ginger, and then it hits a certain length, then it's not ginger. Then it hits another length, then it goes back to ginger.
My hair grows blonde before it turns black.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Damn.
You can see it in like photos of me as a kid. I have like perfectly blonde hair, and then it just slowly gets darker as the years go on. But it still grows that color first. It is weird.
I need to get a haircut.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, I cut it I cut it during lockdown.
Yeah.
Thrice. I cut it 3 times during lockdown.
Yeah.
But the last time I cut it, I didn't realise that the barbers were like opening again. So I cut it the day before they opened.
Right.
But I cut it way too short and way too bad. So I've had a really rubbish haircut for the last like 2.5 months.
Yeah.
But until it grows beyond a certain point, there's no point getting it cut.
Yeah. I get that.
Because there's some parts that are way too long, like way longer than I need them to be. And then other parts that are almost just the right length. Like, I did such a bad job at cutting it.
Yeah.
So I need it all to grow out a bit before I get it cut. But I'm nearly there.
That's fair enough. Why didn't you just... If you feel like you've messed up a haircut, as a guy, it's more socially acceptable to just be like, right, I'm going all the way, I'm just buzz cut. Nature's a do-over.
I don't know. I don't know if I have the face for that.
Hang on, look at me. I don't think you have the head shape for it.
Yeah.
I think your head's too round.
Yeah, it is.
I think it'd be hilarious, and I really want to see this now.
Yeah, no chance.
One day, when you're fast asleep during a movie, I'll get the old trimmers out. The one you stole from me, obviously, since...
The old testicle trimmers.
Well, they weren't for that originally, but you certainly turned them into that. Yes.
Yeah. Well, you shouldn't have left them lying around.
I went home.
Yeah.
I didn't expect you would use it on your box.
Yeah, but you weren't coming back.
So, didn't mean you could use them.
Yeah, but it gave me enough time to wash them
No,
if you decided you were going to.
Zen state.
Okay.
All good. Let's get some whale noises back for a moment. That's the stuff. Well, that's incredible. That's really not relaxing.
That's not a whale. What's a whale sound like?
I'm not doing a whale impression.
I'm taking Dory from Finding Nemo.
Yeah, but it's higher pitched. It's more like a song.
There we go.
Yeah. Well, you just sound like a giant now.
What?
You just sound like a giant, like trying to speak English.
Hello.
So, for the Simon and Alex Show Halloween special, which releases due to poor planning and scheduling.
Oh no! Real quick.
Real quick.
Next week might be potentially our last film podcast.
Last film podcast?
Yeah, we got the radio show back next Friday.
Okay.
Which means that we're probably going to move film over to that.
That makes sense.
So next week might be our last film podcast.
So
Maybe
I
ever,
think...
possibly for a while. We might move it back. But yeah, episodes, they're going to change from like being called... This one's going to be called like episode 23 Alien. They might change.
What? Do you know what I think this means?
Go on.
I think next week's podcast is the end of season 2 of the podcast.
What's season 2?
Well, season 1 is the recordings of the radio show, which we have deemed not very good, so they're not available online.
Yeah, we privated those very quickly.
So this podcast, from Moana onwards, has been season 2 of the Simon Alex Show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Season 1 of the podcast, but season 2 of the show.
Yeah, sure. So we're moving into, with the return of our radio show on Friday,
Season
probably.
3.
Season 3.
Damn. Back to the radio.
Yeah. We still need to properly figure out what's going on. I think the plan is we move film discussion to the radio.
Yeah.
And
we're going to have to change podcast release date to...
We'll pick a day. We'll pick a nice day.
Because the radio show, we've got Friday.
If you want to pick a day for the podcast to come out, let us know.
Okay.
Like a day of the week. Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday can work. Why not? I've got the day off before it. I've got plenty of time to do the editing for it.
I could edit.
You could edit.
Season 3, you know.
Season 3, we're
maybe
shaking it up a little.
Editing.
Yeah. Oh, and I won't have to do... Oh.
No artwork.
No artwork.
We can go back to photos. They get more likes.
They do get more likes.
They do get more likes.
You get my handsome visage, and you in it as well.
Yeah.
So that might be... But
Season 3, baby.
I've got to keep up the art for the radio show at least.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want for the radio show.
Yeah.
That's your domain, but the podcast... I've got a few changes for that. Looking forward to it.
Wow.
It's going to be good. So yeah, last film podcast next week.
I think we might take a little break from the podcast while we figure out what exactly we want to do with it. But it will be back.
It might be like a week break.
Yeah. We don't mean like a...
Or a strong break.
Okay, right. It took me a moment to figure out what you meant.
No, it's probably going to be a week or so.
Yeah.
If a break at all.
Mm-hmm.
Ideally not. But we will need to sort out how we're going to run the radio show and the podcast hand in hand with each other.
Yeah.
So yeah, last film of the podcast series.
Mm-hmm.
So better make it good. We'll still talk about film.
Oh yeah.
Like we'll still talk about like films that are coming out recently and stuff like that.
Of course.
But it'll be more passing conversation than halfway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the film we're watching for our Halloween special, possibly 2, but one of them, or the main one, will be...
You know what?
Hmm?
It's Halloween.
It's Halloween.
Pick 2 films.
Pick 2 films?
There we go.
Well, we've had a request from a very special listener to our show.
I'm feeling generous.
Yeah.
You know, instead of having to run a poll, go for it.
Okay.
We'll watch 2 films. Celebrate the end of the film podcast.
So, film number 1, as requested by the wonderful David Lake, my dad. Hi.
Hi, David.
Will be The Orphanage. I don't know what he means by requesting a film called The Orphanage as my father, but you know what? Sure, I'm going with it.
Oh boy.
But the main film we're watching next week.
Should we get a drum roll?
Yeah, I'll put it in here. Or you can do it, yeah. We will be watching Halloween. An indisputably Halloween movie.
With Mike Myers.
With it's not.
It's Mike Myers. Well, Michael Myers.
Yeah, it's not Mike Myers.
Yeah, it's not Shrek guy, but...
No, okay.
And we're not watching it with him. We're watching it and it has him in it.
What if I just put on Austin Powers and tell you it's Halloween?
I wouldn't know.
Oh, Alex, are you sure you think this is the wrong film? It's got Mike Myers in it.
It's a Shrek.
Yeah.
All the Shreks.
Yeah.
Halloween, and The Orphanage.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly in that order, possibly not. So next week will be a bit different. Instead of having the first half general chit-chat, second half film discussion, first half we'll talk about The Orphanage, and second half we'll get into the finale of the spooky season.
Yeah.
And we'll watch Halloween.
And of course, do not forget to listen to the return, presumably, of the Simon and Alex Show on Purple Radio, Fridays at 5 p.m.
Great segments like Simon Says will be coming back.
With that, no, we gave up on that very
we
quickly.
gave up for the podcast, but it'll be coming back. And yeah, if you've even made it this far in this week's podcast, hopefully you have, because the audio quality is better.
Yeah.
I feel like we've held conversation well this week.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, next week's episode will be released a day later than usual. We will release on Halloween.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
So yeah.
Thank you very much for listening. Roll credits.